Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, it's your boy Dash the True Inferno! And I'm back with another Throwback Tunes on another Thursday. And today we are reviewing Things Fall Apart, also referred to as When Things Fall Apart, which is done by The Roots, one of the greatest hip-hop bands of all time. Now, this is their fourth studio album, came out February 23rd, 1999. So, as my phone just went off. So, this was, let me see, around the time when I was a freshman. Yes, I was a freshman in high school. Yeah. So, yeah, I was a freshman going into my sophomore year. So, let me give you some, there's a lot of info regarding this album right here. So, as I said, this was The Roots' fourth studio album. It was released February 23rd, 1999 on Geffen Records. The recording sessions for this album took place at Electric Lady Studios during 1997 up to 1999. So it took them like around 2 years for them to basically work on and complete the album. Let's see. Coinciding with recording for other projects, the Soul Quarians Collective, including D'Angelo's Voodoo, which came out 2000, Erykah Badu's Mama Gun, which also came out 2000, and Common's Like Water for Chocolate, again coming out in 2000. According to Spin Magazine, this album is a landmark moment for The Roots and its collective, and it swelled The Roots clique into a movement style poise. This has been considered by music writers as The Roots' breakthrough album, earning praise from major publications and critics, while becoming the group's first record to sell over 500,000 copies. So let's see. It got some songs in there. We'll get more in that in a minute. Which won great award. So it won the song "You Got Me," which is one of their singles, which is their leading singer, in my opinion. Won the 2000 Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group. That whole album was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album the same year, losing to Eminem's the Slim Shady LP, another good album. Rolling Stone called it a top flight record, while AllMusic cited as one of the cornerstone albums of alternate rap. Let's see. The album takes its title from Chinua Achebe's novel of the same name, which is also called Things Fall Apart. Hope I say his name correctly. Which in turn took the phrase from William Butler's Yeats poem, The Second Coming. As of April 5th, 1999, Things Fall Apart has been certified gold in sales by the RIAA. As of April 23rd of 2013, this album has been certified platinum in sales. So yeah, this is, I'm gonna get out the way right here, right now. This is a classic album. I'll let you know right now. This is a classic album. So let me get into it real quick. This album, again, it's their fourth album. They came out with a crap ton of albums. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I try to think, what did I have or listen to? I think I heard Illa Death Half Life, which was their third album. The album before that one, it came out September 24th, 1996. So we talking like around a 3-year gap there. I want to say I heard Phenology, which came out 3 years later, November 26, 2002. Now I know I have The Tipping Point. That was another good album. That came out 2 years later, July 13, 2004. But everything else I haven't heard. Game Theory, Rising Down High, Got Over, Wake Up. Both of them came out the same year. Betty Wright the Movie, Undone, again came out the same year. Rise Ghost, and Then You Shoot Your Cousin, which came out last year. So that was actually the last album that they did. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14 albums The Roots did as a group. And again, each member of The Roots got their own thing, like Questlove and Black Thought. They got their own music that they do as well and other projects. So it's crazy. And they was part of that Jay-Z unreleased album, which I have, by the way, also a good album. But and also that was on the I think MTV broadcast that live, and I seen all of it. That was good. But yeah, that's another story for another day. So let's get more on to this album, Things Fall Apart. So again, it was on the MCA, excuse me, Geffen Records. So the producers for this one are the Grand Wizards with 2 Z's and then an S at the end, Scott Storch and JD, the legend right there, JD. Also, I'm not sure if they're members of the Grand Wizards, but also we got Kamar Gray, Poyster, Gray, again, Kello, Rozelle, the Godfather of Noise, N-O-Y-Z-E, and Track of Silence. I guess that's the producer. I don't know what that's about. But anywho, and also for each track, there's a crap ton of writers. Even Spike Lee was in this joint. Oh, guys, expect a song from me about Spike Lee in the upcoming weeks, by the way. He was the writer for the first track. We'll get more on that in a second. But let's get on with the rating. So All Music gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Robert Christgau gave it a B+. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B. Los Angeles Times gave it 4 out of 4 stars. NME gave it 8 out of 10. Pitchfork Media gave it 9.4 out of 10. Rolling Stone gave it 4 out of 5. USA Today gave it 4 out of 4. Vibe gave it, and The Village Voice both gave it favorable. So let's get on with the tracks, and then I'll get on with the singles. So there's 18 tracks on here. However, 4 of them, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of them are, well, I'll say this. These skits or whatever, they weird as heck. The first track, yeah, that's a skit, which is called Act 1. Not 1, O-A-E, but 1, W-O-N, Act 1. And then in parentheses, things fall apart. So that's a skit. Then after that, we got track 2, Table of Contents, and then in parentheses, part 1 and 2. Meaning there's 2 songs in this track. Then track 3 is The Next Movement. I'll get more in that second. This one features DJ Jazzy Jeff and how you pronounce this one? Jazzy Fat Nasties. I crap, that's all one word. Jazzyfatnastees. That's all one name right there. And then I thought I cut that down. And then track 4, we got Step Into the Round, followed by The Spark. Next is Dynamite with an exclamation point at the end. Then track number 7, we got Without a Doubt featuring Lady B. Track number 8 is Ain't Saying Nothing New, which features Dice Walk, and this cat is up on this album a lot. More than a minute. Track number 9 is Double Trouble featuring Mos Def, followed by track 10, which is Act 2, The Love of My Life, which features Common. So yeah, that's a big track. Track number 11, 100% Dundee. Then after that, we get another, I guess we call this skit, which is the Die Dre versus Dice featuring Dice Ball. Track number 13 is Adrenaline featuring Dice Ball and Beanie Siegel. Wow. Track number 14 is another skit, Third Act. And then this is weird. Question Mark versus Scratch 2. And then Eric Electric Boogaloo. Oh, that's the name of the track. I crap you not. Name of the track. And then track number 15 is You Got Me featuring Erykah Badu and Eve. Followed by Don't See Us featuring Dice Ball. Then we got the Return to Innocence Lost featuring Ursula Worker. Then track number 18, Act 4, F-O-R-E, The End with a question mark. With this album, there are 4 singles. And I'll be honest with you. Now, when this album first came out, I believe I got it the first day or sometime after it came out. But I was dumbfounded at the fact that there are 4 singles for this album. I'm crapping out. The first single is called Adrenaline with an exclamation point. And that one is track number 13. That's the one featuring Dice Ball and Beanie Siegel. And that one came out sometime in 1998, and it did not make the U.S. chart, but it did make the U.S. R&B chart at number 73, the U.S. rap chart at number 29. After that this is the leading single right here, You Got Me featuring Erykah Badu and Eve. And and this one, there's a background, I guess some history behind this one right here. Actually there's a story behind this actually. So this one features, again, vocals by Erykah Badu, who sings the chorus, and Eve, who at the time was known as Eve of Destruction. So here's the scenario with that. This is actually Eve's debut. I crap you not. So I actually trying to find the actual not link or article that talks about this. But that was Eve's actual debut into the music game, period. And at the time, she was not on the Rough Riders, but instead, she was signed to Dr. Dre's Aftermath label. And obviously because she's from Philly as well as the Roots, so that's how she got on here. So yeah, this is how Eve got her big break through the Roots right here. And that's a pretty good way to get your big break, if I do say so myself. So now moving on, this single "You Got Me" was also co-written by Jill Scott, who originally recorded vocals for the song's chorus and bridge. However, her part was re-recorded by Erykah Badu at the insistence of MCA Records, who wanted a higher profile collaboration for the album's official lead singer. Told you. At the time, Jill Scott was relatively unknown outside of Philly, so again, another Philly connection there. However, when the group later went on tour, Jill Scott joined them doing performances of the song. The original version was later re-released on the 2005 compilation Homegrown, The Beginner's Guide to Understanding the Roots Volume 1. And yeah, I already told you that this song won a Grammy. So there you go with that. Now as far as the charts, before I move on, this single was 39 on the US chart, 11th in the US R&B chart, 19th in the US rap chart, and then there's some other charts like the FRA, I believe that's France, that was highest number 28. Germany was 25th, the Netherlands was 46th, New Zealand was 37th, Switzerland was 15th, and the UK was 31st. Now the next single that came out for this album was The Next Movement, featuring DJ Jazzy Jeff and Jazzy Fat Nasties, again all one name. And this one only made the US R&B charts as 103rd. So yeah, that's that. And then that was in 1999. Then actually there's some background info on this one actually. Okay, so and actually let me rephrase that. The scratches on this track was done by DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the background vocals was done from the R&B duo Jazzy Fat Nasties. There's a lot of jazz in this. And Randall Roberts from the Riverfront Times, remember I mentioned them already, called it one of the best singles of the 90s. So, and this one had the music video. I didn't even know this was a single. I really thought there was one single, that was that You Got Me. I saw the video for that one. The Next Movement, I thought it had a singer, but I don't recall listening to it or watching it. But apparently they did. And it's actually one of my favorite songs on the whole album. I'll get more on that later. And then the last single is called Don't See Us, which did not make the charts at all. And that was their fourth and final single off of this album. Now, let me give y'all, now every track on here is out cold. Now again, there's like 4 skits. But out of the 4 skits, 2 of them are actual like songs. But the problem is they both under a minute each. So it's kind of like, you know. So, and both of them got really good beats. And the 2 I'm talking about is the third act, Question Mark versus Scratch 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then Dre versus Dice featuring Dice Raw. So yeah, both of those skits are out cold, but again, both of them are under a minute. So there you go with that. Now, moving on. Again, like outside from the 4 skits, I guess we call it like the last track, which is Act 4, the end with a question mark. It's like 5 seconds of nothing. That's it. Just 5 seconds of total silence. So I'm like, what the heck? I didn't get that at all. Obviously, there's some deeper meaning within this album that I don't understand. But again, I consider this to be a classic album. But we're gonna move on from that and give y'all my favorite tracks. Again, every track on here, so there's like 14 actual songs on here. All of them is at least good. Yes, all of them is at least good. From the bottom up, 100% Dundee is, is good. Don't See Us featuring Dice Raw, that one's good. And then we get to the Return to Innocent Laws, which is track number 17 featuring Ursula Rucker. The first 5 minutes of that, first of all, this is a 12-minute track. I crap you not. And like the first 5 minutes of it is like, I believe this is Ursula talking. And then you go hear some silence, and then you go hear some dudes like doing a skit like thing. You want to skip up to the 8-minute part before you can actually hear the song within this track. I crap you not. This track is damn near 12 minutes long, is ridiculous. I'm like, can y'all split that up? Now after that, now this is where these tracks going to get really good. Adrenaline with the question mark featuring Dice Wall and Beanie Siegel. I mean, come on, man. Beanie Siegel's in this joint, so you know it's gotta be really good. Without a Doubt featuring Lady B, that one was good. Table of Contents, Part 1 and Part 2. This one would be way better than it is. Like, it's really good, but it would be way better if it is. If, again, they would separate the two songs. Now, Part 2 is, like, somewhat short, but Part 1 is out cold. The beat is out cold, man. And then after that, everything higher is simply phenomenal. You Got Me featuring Erykah Badu and Eve, or really featuring Jill Scott and Eve. I need to listen to the Jill Scott version. I only heard that Erykah Badu version. But anywho, that's the single that made me got this album, really. Cause I'm like, yo, this track is out. It's really deep. It's out cold. And then after that, we got Dynamite with the exclamation point. That one's out cold. Double Trouble featuring Mos Def is ill as fuck. I cannot stress that enough to you. And yet, it's not in my top 3. This is my 6th best, to me, the 6th best album, the whole album. The Spark is out cold as well. And then Step Into the Realm, that one's out cold as well. It was really hard shaping up like the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th best songs off of this album. But I managed to do it. Now let's get to my top 3. Number 3, The Next Movement featuring DJ Jazzy Jeff and Jazzy Fat Nasties. That one is out cold, man. That mug is hype, dog. That's that real hip hop shit right there, man. That Next Movement joint, dog. Track number 2. Now the top 2 tracks off of this album are really deep and mellow out. It's put you in that chill mode. Number 2 is Ain't Saying Nothing New featuring Dice Wall. That one is out cold to me. The beat is nice right there. And oh no, actually JD did Dynamite. Even that beat was out cold. Anything JD does is out cold. But that Ain't Saying Nothing New done by Scorch, that one's out cold. And then number 1 is Act 2, not the number 2. I should have stressed that earlier. But TOO, Act 2, The Love of My Life, which is in parentheses, and that one featuring Common. Come on now, this is Common we're talking about here. No disrespect to the likes of Beanie Siegel and Eve, and especially not Mos Def. But ooh, that's a tough one, Mos Def or Common. But I mean, come on, it's Common. Like, you know it's out. You know it's gonna be out cold. That mug right there, man. I would like stop whatever it is I'm doing and listen to that one. And Ain't Saying Nothing New. And The Next Movement. So yeah, what I think about this is 5 out of 5. This is the album you should have in your damn collection. A physical copy. Not no download crap. No. Go out, buy this album, a physical copy. You should have it. This is one of the best hip-hop albums, pure hip-hop albums ever. This is the one that put the Roots on the map. This is the one that put Eve on the map. And obviously it's like expand the popularity of Mos Def and Common. And I really want to say it really put Beanie Siegel out there as well. Make people open their eyes about him as a lyricist because he was doing songs with the Roots. And yeah, so there you go with that. And it got some meaning. There's a, I guess there's a hidden story within this album. There's a backstory to this album. Also some things involving Jill Scott as well. It's an out cold album. 5 out of 5. You need to get this. But yeah, man, that's that. With that, man, y'all know what this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, aka Jimmy Ryan II saying peace out, y'all. And see y'all next time. Oh!